Richard Tice, businessman, chairman of the Brexit Party, former MEP for East England. Welcome to the programme this morning, Mr. Tice. Do you feel that this is just the process of change? We are going to see more people working from home. Let's deal with it. Good morning.
Good morning, and it's a grey morning, and there's a grey pall hanging over all our major capitals, major cities, the city centres, because there is a seismic change going on. I think the horse has bolted, and we are going to have to deal with it, and it is going to be very difficult. And what the government needs to do, it's going to have to adjust and incentivise and encourage people back into the city centres.
How?
Well, I think first of all, it's got to stop scaring people. Fortunately, this terrible disease actually now, less people are tragically dying from it than from flu or pneumonia. It is completely under control. So we've got to incentivise people to get back to work. I think with London, for example, I think the government should say, have a campaign. London is open. It should make tubes, trains, buses free for 6 months. And it needs to lead bikes. Yeah, free, literally. Well, it's already free, essentially, because, it's not free, but
it's not.
The government, Transport for London, Tom, is bankrupt. It's been nationalised. All of the trains across the country have been nationalised. Okay, there's nobody on them. I caught the train the other day. I had the carriage to myself.
Well, you've just heard Sir Martin Sorrell. You've just heard Sir Martin Sorrell say that he feels that government transport policy, local government transport policy, is incredibly confusing, particularly things like the congestion charge in London that has been increased.
Correct.
He wanted to see it go down.
Exactly. So you've got to incentivise people to come back into the city centre. Well, if you make the transport free for 6 months, the government must lead by example. There's hundreds of thousands of civil servants need to come back into the office, and bluntly, if not, then let them go. There are plenty of other people who can do the job.
You would get rid of people who don't come back into the office.
Yeah, and actually, it may well be
You're going to have to get rid of an awful lot of workers, Mr. Tice, on the proportions that we're seeing from this survey. It's 66% of workers.
As you've seen, hundreds of thousands of people are losing their jobs in the related service activities that look after and service the office workers. Firms like the Daily Mail.
What reason would you sack them? What's the reason for sacking them?
Because the government has got to, it's got to lead by example. We're talking. If we don't do this, the economy is just going to literally go down, continue to go down a vicious spiral into the kitchen sink. This is really, really serious. Okay. And it's a question of incentivising people. And I think there is a real productivity issue with people working from home. And we've got to lead by example. Okay. And it's not good enough for people like the Daily Mail to berate firms for not going back when their own staff are sitting at home as well.
Mr. Tice, Richard Tice, you're businessman, you're chairman of the Brexit Party, former MEP for East England. Many thanks indeed for your time.